We live in an age of endless information. News travels fast, opinions travel faster, but clarity is rare. Every day, stories are told, but what they mean and why they matter is often lost. Clearpath Media was created to change that. We explain what's happening and what it means.
Clearpath Media is built for understanding. In a time when information is instant, but clarity is scarce, serious explanation has become rare. We exist to restore it.
If you're tired of headlines without depth
and conversations without substance,
then welcome to the right place.
This is not just a media channel. It is a platform for insight, a space for informed thinking, a clearer way to understand Africa. Clearpath Media. Africa Explained.
Good morning. Welcome to Daily Brief with Annabel, where we cut through the noise to what truly matters. Nigeria is once again confronting a difficult and deeply troubling security moment. Within the last few days and weeks, multiple violent incidents across different parts of the country have reinforced a reality that many Nigerians already live with daily. Insecurity is no longer isolated to one region or one pattern of conflict. In Borno State, Brigadier General Hussein Ibrahima and several other soldiers were killed in an insurgent assault on a military base in Benishirk. Now, the attack was eventually repelled, but the loss is deeply symbolic. When a Brigadier General falls in active combat on home soil, it tells you that this is no longer routine. It's a sign of how serious and how adaptive and even how dangerous the threat has become. And this is not happening in isolation. Fresh attacks in Niger State have also left at least 20 people dead, with rural communities once again paying the highest price. Across the country, what we are seeing is a widening security strain that now cuts across insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, and even localized armed violence. Now let's look at what the numbers are saying. Global Terrorism Index 2026 by the Institute for Economics and Peace. Terror attacks in Nigeria rose from 120 in 2024 to 171 in 2025. Death also rose sharply from 513 fatalities in 2024 to 750 in 2025. Now that means that 43% increase in attacks, 46% increase in death, and that is actually not a margin rise. Now, this is a steep escalation in both frequency and lethality. The same Global Terrorism Index shows that groups such as Boko Haram and ISWAP account for nearly 80% of terrorism-related deaths in Nigeria. Now, this tells us something critical. Despite years of military campaigns, the core insurgent threat in the northeast remains structurally potent. Now, these groups are not just surviving, they are evolving. According to same reports, Borno State accounts for more than 70% of terrorist incidents and fatalities in Nigeria. Now, that also means that the very state where these latest military tragedy occurred remains the country's most exposed front line. Now to the operational picture. Recent reporting shows that insurgent attacks in the northeast are becoming more coordinated, more deliberate, and even more complex. In March, troops in Malam Fatori successfully repelled a major assault, killing at least 80 insurgents in a well-coordinated counter-offensive supported by airstrikes. Now, that operation showed what is possible when intelligence, surveillance, and even rapid response aligns. But the latest Benishirk attack raises the hard question: If some military formations are successfully anticipating and defeating assault, why are others still coming under severe pressure? Now let's look at what this actually says about our intelligence and coverage. Surveillance reach, troop and reinforcement speed, and early warning consistency. Now these are no longer abstract policy or policy questions. They are life and death operational issues. This is why the international response also matters. The United States of America has now expanded its travel advisory on Nigeria, urging citizens to reconsider travel due to rising risk from terrorism, kidnapping, crime, and even civil unrest. Washington, D.C. has also authorized the departure of non-essential U.S. Embassy staff and families from the FCT. Visa appointments in Abuja have also been suspended for now. Now, that is not just a travel update. It is a diplomatic signal. Because when major partners begin to adjust their security posture, it only affects investors' confidence. And even more, it also affects business risk, calculation, international perception, and even Nigeria's broader economic outlook. Now, this is happening at a time when government is trying to stabilize reforms, grow oil earnings, and even rebuild investors' confidence. But security remains the foundation on which everything else rests. Without safety, farms cannot produce efficiently, roads cannot support trade safely, businesses hesitate to expand, and even public trust will definitely weaken. And according to the Global Terrorism Index in 2026, Nigeria is now ranked among the top 4 most terrorism-affected countries in the world. Now that is the bigger picture. This is no longer just persistence of terror. It is adaptation, and according to the data, it is intensifying. So the question before Nigerians today is no longer whether insecurity exists, because we know it does. But the real question is whether the country's response is evolving quickly enough to match the speed, the sophistication, and the speed of the threats. May the souls of our fallen heroes rest in perfect peace. Amen. My name is Annabel, and this has been today's Daily Brief, where we cut through the noise to what truly matters. Thank you for watching.
We live in an age of endless information. News travels fast, opinions travel faster, but clarity is rare. Every day, stories are told, but what they mean and why they matter is often lost. Clearpath Media was created to change that. We explain what's happening and what it means.
Clearpath Media is built for understanding. In a time when information is instant, but clarity is scarce, serious explanation has become rare. We exist to restore it.
If you're tired of headlines without depth,
and conversations without substance,
then welcome to the right place.
This is not just a media channel. It is a platform for insight, a space for informed thinking, a clearer way to understand Africa. Clearpath Media. Africa Explained.